Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this video is going to find you when you're doing fine and in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end, so let me know where you're watching this video from. So guys, I'm doing fine, but Gintu is a troublemaker. The reason as to why I'm saying so, not even thinking big, because I don't want to think big at this moment, because thinking big is left for the naysayers, most of the JT podcast, who would evoke thinking big but only to listen to the lies. I just always say that one is not thinking big. That's a cheap propaganda, cheap lies that are only meant to be detrimental of the IAM-Marwas, of the people that they want to paint negative. But in this case, Gintu is a troublemaker, and I will exhibit that. So crucial, so evident. While we know all the issues of the land saga, people are just making it so controversial in the circumstances that it was done. But information that majority of people are not privy. Deemwango got the land from the dad. That's a fact, because that's the information that we were told and we were treated to, which is a fact. Then the question that majority of people are asking themselves over there, how come that Deemwango decided to buy another piece of land from Murimi, the Ernesto brother? Things that really brought jitters, so controversial in nature, whether that the piece of land equals to a motorcycle. So this is the truth that majority of people don't know. It's a fact. Deemwango bought a land from the dad, rewarded dad for having gifting her a land. But you know, to find the way going through to that homestead, Gintu Deemwango had to find a piece of land to extend, which means the piece of land that was bought, that was purchased from Murimi, it's an extension of a small plot, a size of a plot, which equals the motorcycle. It's not an acre, it's not even 2 acres, it's not even 0 point. Are you there? It is a small place whereby it can fit, it cannot even fit building of a toilet. As somebody selling to you a place 116 meters by 116 meters, what is that? It is a section so that Deemwango could get an extension to place her gate, to place the pathway. That was it. So people have fallen trap of the lazy gang and have fallen trap of the naysayers that Murimi sold a whole hectares of land, which is for a motorbike. You know, that alone got me thinking. But having listened to this YouTube street, this is the truth that I've gotten. But it doesn't matter. Even if Murimi had to sell that kind of land and exchange it with a piece of motorbike, a willing seller, a willing buyer, that is his own piece of land. He can decide to do whatever he wants to do with it. Well, that's a fact. Well, in this video and the title itself, Gintu is a troublemaker because Gintu has decided to take an initiative to go up to Deemwango's plot, moving around and trespassing. That is going to find out. Therefore, that alone is an act of troublemaker. Gintu's making call left and right, inciting the villagers to be against IAM-Marwa. The same way he did with the piece of land when the trench town grandpa rehabilitated the road. You would see Gintu critically walking towards IAM-Marwa gate, and that is a trespass alone. Gintu is waging for a war that I don't know when he knows how to end it. You know, starting a war sometimes is very easy, but the end of that war sometimes might take a long time. You know, a day in a war is very many years. Some people might start a war, but finishing that war or ending that war itself, you know, the escalation of it could be of a magnitude of repercussions and a magnitude of effects that majority of people couldn't. You know, the issue of land itself is so motive issue. You see, even when you talk about the world where the issues of land has been a motive. In Kenya, these are the things that people are still fighting for, because the lands were taken by the pre-colonialists. Still up to now, the people who fought for the land in Mau hasn't been given back their lands, because some other elites who were protecting the colonialists has made the Mau to be squatters on their own land. If you go to South Africa, it's still the same. And that is what's happening. The issue of land is still emotive. But again, if you go back to the villages, it's an issue, because it's a primal thing that majority of people, children, normally they own. So bringing such scant forth issues and people bringing trouble to it, so that people can fight and inciting people how Gintu is doing, it is bad, because it will end in bad light. So guys, we want to configure and figure out how Gintu has been a menace, and how Gintu is inciting people, instigating people around IAM-Marwas to be against IAM-Marwa going forward. So guys, if you're coming across this video for the first time, kindly click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube channel notify you instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in after the break. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sinazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, I've just told you that today I just want to exhibit and give you an evidence on how Gintu is inciting the villagers towards IAM-Marwa and against IAM-Marwas going forward. Because Gintu acts like somebody who is so jealous, somebody who has been sent. You know, if you go to the comment section of the Gintu itself, along threads of comment, tells you that Gintu has been told to go and confirm out or to fetch the IAM-Marwa. So this is exactly that Gintu is doing going forward. Perhaps let's watch this video, then critically while watching it, get to understand the grasp of Gintu exudations going forward.
Grab zone. And we have to accomplish the mission of making sure that we're going to be understanding which kind of the defects are we getting at this kind of the moment, whereby much of the people are coming to talk about much of the things east, west and south, and yet when we go to the way of the module, the way of getting everything legally, it is not there. Because of liquor, that is a problem in the village. I don't know why. I don't know who brought this kind of the legacy, the legitimate legacy, but it still persists in this kind of the zone. We have a long way to go. If much of the people will be talking about we have money, we take children's dignity, we take fathers, we take mothers, and we just claim this is the dignity we prevail in the village because of a little bit of money that you're going to be having unto your own able hands, and it's just coming from the Lord. One day, one time, it will come to an end. And this is just the starting of the video, telling you that we have much.
So guys, if you listen to Gintu and what Gintu is saying, and you see where Gintu is passing,
and this
it's across IAM-Marwa's peripheral villa and headed to his fish pond. So simply means Gintu has been relying on IAM-Marwa land basically, and IAM-Marwa pathways headed to his fish pond. And this is the person that once tell people that you stay out of my what? Of my fish pond. Which means there is a road that connecting IAM-Marwa's villa to Gintu's fish pond. So Gintu, most of the time when he's accessing his fish pond, he's trespassing other people's land. You know? Then at now, Gintu is trespassing IAM-Marwa's place and Deemwango's construction site. When David Jr. compressed the other side, when he was filming, this is what really made you to be troubled. Then you started going to filling IAM-Marwa's compound, IAM-Marwa's gate, without a notice, and saying other kind of illicit and unpalatable words. And then what happened? Gintu, while moving, speaking other things, two lies, that the boys were being given liquors by the IAM-Marwa, they're liquored. It's a fact these people are drunken, countless number of time. But who has given them liquors? Nobody has given these guys liquors. They buy themselves. When the land was being sold, the chief was there, who is the local administration, who confirmed that these people or not drunk by the time the transaction was being done. That one symbolizes that the land was sold and there's no turning back. If you want to jump up and down to heaven, you can do that, but it's not coming back. It's gone. All that Gintu is doing is for drama and for views. And for the people who are sending Gintu to do this, thinking that the land will come back, it won't come back. That one I assure you, and I'm telling you point blank. Point blank. It won't come back. It's gone. No, these are the stories that the likes of Gintu and the naysayers would like to play holier than thou, so that the people who want to send the money will send the money. Because if you go to their comment section, they will tell you how Gintu was telling us that, guys, that if Murimi can get the piece, that piece of land back, then the naysayers would contribute to buy Murimi a motorcycle. My friend, that thing is already in land board and the transaction itself is complete. There is no reverse. A willing buyer, a willing seller. It's already been sold, unless Deemwango is willing again to resell the land. And will Murimi afford it? So all these things are just for drama. It's drama for keeps, drama for everything. Big drama going forward.
A lot of liquor at this kind of an age, and they're just being used. Oh my living God. So this is the nature, and this is the land that was sold at this kind of the area. So I want to be intervening to understand how was it and how big is it, so as it can, which kind of the land is being sold in terms of a motorbike. So I hear the boys they're speaking there, so I'm just getting to understand what's really happening at this kind of the area, and everything is so fantastic here. I'm just moving one-on-one to understand what's really popping out at an extent of my village there, so as I can just know what's really popping out to the fish farm there. Exactly. So it's a very tiresome thing here. Exactly. I think they're just there. They are making sure that they are just counting a lot of money at that kind of the specific point. So you have seen the group of people at that kind of.
So if you critically listen to Gintu, Gintu is starting off his video by saying this is a land grab zone. Simply means he's talking such kind of words while he's approaching IAM-Marwa's gate. And that is a road leading to IAM-Marwa's gate, and closer to IAM-Marwa's gate, that's where he's filming and uttering such kind of words. Sometimes I usually tell people, if you want to know what people means in life, get to know what they're saying, where they're saying it. Are you there? And listen to their basic demeanor when they're saying that, plus the dress code going forward. So you look at Gintu. Gintu was prepared for everything. Gintu has Google, and Gintu has clothes that are making him comfortable, because Gintu was ready for war. And by such kind of utterances, Gintu was not even blinking, saying that right in front of IAM-Marwa gate, that this is a land grab zone. Two things. At one point, when Trenchtown Grandpa prepared a road, Gintu came and claimed that IAM-Marwa, in collision with Trenchtown Grandpa, land grabbed passes land. So it is a historic memorial that when Gintu surpassed the same road, just next to its passing gate, Gintu is uttering such kind of words. It tells you that Gintu has painted IAM-Marwa and the Ondaris family as a land grabber. And that is the information I'm getting from Gintu. So Gintu went alone and walked. And it's something that I want to tell you, this was a trespass. And Gintu is looking for trouble. And that's why I'm telling you that Gintu is a troublemaker. If Gintu wasn't looking for trouble, he wouldn't be uttering such kind of words. But he's uttering such kind of words when he's at IAM-Marwa's gate. You know, it would be different when Gintu was uttering such kind of words while in his homestead. That one would be so different. But the location with what is trending in them at the moment, and the basic demeanor really tells you that Gintu is ready for anything, and Gintu was sent to deliver such kind of information, which means the title, he was looking for the IAM-Marwas at the land saga. That's the basic thing. The thing that Gintu need also be told, there was land that was not, no, there was no land that was grabbed. The land was sold. Nobody was given liquor. All procedurally, everything was done perfectly in order. And the land has been sold, and there is nothing that Gintu can do. There is nothing that those who are sending Gintu to go and cause trouble. Gintu is the one who will be trouble. He will be in trouble soon. You're just playing games. The pinky-ponky games that you're bringing here and forth, one time will befall you big time. You know, it did not start from there. Gintu took a road and diverged from Emerald Gate, next along the perimeter wall, walking, talking, headed to the same land. And perhaps he happened to meet, because what really prevented him going there, he saw a group of people, that is IAM-Marwa Deemwango, when the house was being constructed. Therefore, he feared his life, because it could have turned to be chaotic. And who is in this case is looking for trouble? It's Gintu left his home, gets to IAM-Marwa village, gets to where Deemwango was constructing a house, just looking for trouble. I wonder how far some people can go. Perhaps let's watch this video. That Deemwango is not joking. Deemwango meant business, because I've told you how the land itself was acquired. Deemwango told us that the dad has gifted her a land, that it's going to reward the dad with some 10 kind of substantial amount of money, because she cannot accept free things from the parents anymore. Deemwango did exactly that, and the land was given by the dad. Then what brought in the issue of the equation is Gintu Deemwango was looking for a land for a passage, and the land also to be extended so that it would be so regular, not irregular in shape. So this is what Deemwango did. Deemwango, as a willing buyer and a willing seller who is Murimi, availed himself, and the deal was signed and the land was acquired. It's not like the naysayers trap and information are being said that Deemwango has bought the whole piece of land of Murimi in exchange with the motorcycle. No, it's a piece of a small, it cannot even act as a plot, a place where it can only fit toilet. That's the piece that Deemwango decided to buy with a substantial kind of amount, 1,000 USD. That is it, so to be specific. So the less of land for Murimi is been left the other side. It was only an extension so that Deemwango could get a passage. That is it, which is so normal. And this is what Murimi consented for. Are you there? So we are being told even Mogesi's father, and Nestor's father, was present. Mogesi's father had already also agreed, because Murimi gave him money, he consented. So when these people are creating drama, they're creating drama for their own sake. You saw them while they're fighting. So even as of now, you see the construction is going on in this piece of land. They're correctly so. Deemwango is rightly so. IAM-Marwa is rightly so to do the same, because now the land belongs to them. So guys, all these things that the lazy gang are speaking about, all these are just trap. And they're just meant for drama. And if you are a sponsor outside there that you want the downfall of Deemwango and IAM-Marwa, sending these people money to go and face them, and even inside the old village against IAM-Marwa. The reason why I think that there's somebody who, and this somebody comes from Nyabohanze, because the handle itself was Nyabohanze something, Nyabohanze network. That's the handle. You know, this guy commented to Gintu that Gintu, you go and mobilize people, so IAM-Marwa and the family would face the mob justice, and he would pay. He's ready to pay about it for it. So that's why I'm telling you that it's Gintu is walking through the script. Gintu is being instigated from outside to go and face the IAM-Marwa and to mobilize the whole village against IAM-Marwa. But how will be the end game? How would be the end game? So guys, until next time, this is Senior Zach.